Hello, welcome to another episode of 31 in 31, the show where I watch 31 horror movies in October and try not to jump out a window. I came close today. Uh, Today's movie is The Lift from 1983. It's a movie about a killer elevator. Before I go any further, while you chew on that for a second, I'll let you know where to find Just Another Horror Podcast, which is the show that I'm on with other guys. We're on iTunes, we're on Podbean, and we're on here, YouTube. Our next show is not going to be a review of a movie. It's going to be a discussion about older horror movies versus modern horror, and if there's differences or similarities and which one is better. Well, in 1983, they were making movies like The Lift, which unfortunately I can't show you any of because I can't get a copy of the damn thing to pull bits and pieces out of. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube if you want. Basically what's going on here is this elevator is, in a building, and then there's some rich people that get on it and start suffocating while they're fucking. And luckily they get out. And the people who run the building are like, hey, why were they dying? Ooh, something must be wrong with the elevator. Must be spooked. It also got struck by lightning at some point, but that it turns out it has nothing to do with anything. They just figured they'd show a shot of a building getting struck by lightning for no reason. So that happens, and then there's a detective that comes in, starts talking about all these horrible crimes he's seen, but he doesn't matter because he disappears halfway through the movie. Also, I don't know why there's a detective on the case when a bunch of people were getting sick in an elevator. Then more murders start happening. Yes, murders, because this elevator is killing people. It traps one guy's head in the doors and chops it off when it falls, and that is silly. And it's pretty much as silly as this movie gets. I will say that, for a movie about a killer elevator, this is watchable. I don't know that you would call it good. IMDb gives it like a 6.2 out of 10, which blew my mind before I started this. I'm like, what the fuck am I in store for? The reason the elevator is killing people is because this evil corporation is testing out a biochip. Now, this is 1983, so nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. They go on this rant about how, processing chips are getting smaller and smaller, and this one is made out of proteins, so it can grow and be conscious. And that's exactly what's going on, is this thing is growing and being conscious. It's sliming all the circuitry, and it has a heartbeat. And, okay, our main character is none of the people that I've mentioned before. It's an elevator repairman who starts getting involved with a newspaper reporter while he's married, but then he's not getting, like sexually involved. He's just hanging out with her because apparently this whole elevator killing people thing is a big deal, and they want to put it in the newspaper, and he's trying to help put it in there. So his wife thinks that he's cheating on her, takes the kids, and he's like, fuck it, I got nothing left to live for. And he goes to the elevator at midnight to go fix the fucking thing, or find out why it's killing people, because he knows about the chip, and he's wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. And the elevator, suddenly becomes conscious and starts breaking shit, and also trying to drop itself on him. But he gets away after stabbing it with a screwdriver, stabbing the circuit board that has all the gel on it. And that was exhausting to talk about. It only took 3 minutes and 50 seconds, but here's the thing. The premise is that an elevator is killing people. You wouldn't think that there'd be a lot to it, but this thing lasts 90 minutes, and it's not all that bad. How is a movie about a killer elevator one of the top 5 movies that I've watched so far? What have I watched? 5, so obviously it's the top 5, derp math. One of the top 2. And then probably this. I know that that's blasphemy for all you cinema snobs out there who really, really enjoyed It Comes at Night. It was filmed better, but this was more entertaining. A killer elevator movie, more entertaining. I think the biggest reason is that they played it straight. They didn't try to make a joke out of it. You don't believe me if you think I'm crazy, if you think IMDb and all the critics and the reviews are crazy and they don't know what they're talking about. Again, look it up on YouTube. It's called The Lift, or Da Lift, D-E, because it's actually a German movie. Is it German? I don't even know. what the fuck country this was made in. The one I watched was dubbed. Most of them have subtitles. I don't care either way, because it's a fucking killer elevator movie. So today we went up. Tomorrow we'll go down. You'll see. See you then.